Ems tends to be one of the more forgotten brawlers inside of Brawl Stars, being a controller but often being outclassed by a lot of the brawlers in the same type. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you all the best ways to play Ems to get her out of the underutilized zone and into the highlight zone to be the best Ems player you can be. Starting off with Ems' gadgets, it's kind of obvious which one you're going to go with. The push is just most useful in basically every situation, and the only time I could really see you seeing the one where you can use your attack through walls is if the rare instance you're going against a full thrower comp in ranked. But at that point, why not just use Mika or Mortis or someone who actually fully counters the throwers? As for star powers, I feel like you could go either way. At the start of this video I was using Friend Zone, the one which shows you, but then by the end I swapped it and started playing the other one just because I felt like it I don't know, I felt like the damage ended up being more impactful. So overall I'm gonna say Bad Karma is the better one, but I called it Friend Zone earlier. But Hype is also a great one. It just depends how you're playing Ems, because obviously as a support, healing is more important. But yeah, as for gears, personally I use speed. The only reason I use speed is because I feel like she can't catch up to enemies a lot, and obviously controlling the battlefield is a big aspect for her. So if you don't have the brawlers in range a lot of the time, it can be unimpactful. And sometimes with the super, they can just run out of range if it's someone who's quick enough. So if you've got the speed gear, you can keep up with them. As for the other gear, I would go with damage, but I can see health going, and I can see most gears working. I just don't really see vision, because you're not really gonna camp in bushes. So that is what I would go with for the gears. Main things you need to know is, the first tip I would give generally is, since the gadget's quite a big part of Ems' kit, you're basically going to want to have the gadget at all times. And the thing with that is you want to always be able to have one on you. That means even if you're going to die, say an Edgar jumps on you and he keeps jumping on you, you've got to know when to just die. That sounds counterintuitive, but sometimes it will just be the rare case where you've got to just try fight back obviously, but not use the gadget. Because if you use it there, 30 seconds later in the game maybe, they might be going for a goal push if you're playing in Brawl, and that would mean you can't defend it because you don't have a gadget to push them out of the way and stop them from having the ball in their hands. Talking of modes, I should probably go over their best modes, and the thing is with Ems, they're kind of good in everything. They don't really shine in a particular mode. I would say Hot Zone, because obviously with the super being so large, it just completely maintains the zone for your team for a good 7 seconds. But I would say at the same time, Sandy's probably better in most instances. This is the thing with Ems, she's very niche in a lot of situations. So the whole thing with her is you've got to find the right map and you've got to find the right comp. Brawlers that she works well with are very aggressive brawlers, and brawlers who can kind of be supported by her. Sometimes a Cordelius or something, just holding up the front, being able to just take anyone away that Ems can't deal with. And then Ems deals with the backline, make sure to hold the zones, all that stuff. Because Ems obviously isn't meant to be played as a more aggressive type of brawler. They're support. I don't think it says support, I think it says controller on their description. But they're kind of the same thing. Support, control brawlers are very often supporting the main tanks, assassins, throwers. Sometimes throwers are normally supporting as well. Half the brawlers are supporting in this game, half aren't. That's kind of how this game works, if you haven't noticed. But getting back to more tips, obviously you want to have that optimal range in which you hit all 3 shots with Ems' attack, because it obviously hits for 3 small waves. And the thing is with that, it's a lot of the time people want to be as far away so it hits the tip of the attack, but that often doesn't really help. The main thing you want with Ems' attack is you want to have it somewhere 2/3 of the range is where you want them to be. because they're going to be moving out a lot of the time, because people aren't going to be running into you unless they're very aggressive, in which you just move backwards at the same speed. If you have the speed gear, you'll be going faster, which will help you. And if they're running away, you can maintain it, and by the time they get to the end, they're getting hit by it, so they're going to get hit by all three. That's generally the best way to do that. And it's also important just to make sure you're trying to get as many enemies into the attack at once. Ems obviously has the luxury of being able to splash damage, so, and since the attack's such a wide range, it's larger than Sandy's, it's larger than other brawlers with a similar attack type, even Poco I would say. So you want to just see if you can get multiple enemies in at once. This also applies to the super, because if you are going to use the healing star power, then it's important that you can get multiple opponents in there, because you'll heal per opponent that's in the zone, rather than just a set amount overall. But yeah, overall it is just about being able to hold the center point. So if it's the ball in Brawl, you want to be able to deflect them off it. If it's the gem mine, you want to be able to hold the mid, and then just super when it's needed, gadget when it's needed. Make sure the aggressive brawlers aren't getting to the places you want them to be. Obviously don't play Ems in Heist. I didn't say don't, but just don't. It's kind of the same with Wipeout. The only map I can really see her being played on is the one where it's a bush looking 8 symbol. If you know if you know, you know. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. That's the only map on Wipeout I could see it being played in. As for Knockout, I also don't really see it being played there. I more meant Gem Grab Brawl Ball Hot Zone, as in she's generally good everywhere. So yeah, I kind of lied, but if you're still watching, you're not going to be confused. So thank you for watching till the end. Use code MikaYT in the Squad Busters shop. But yeah, is there any more tips I need to give? Generally just be more passive. It doesn't matter if you're not doing game-changing plays. If you're trying to go all out and be the best person in your team, then you're just kind of doing it wrong, because that's not what you want. You want to just be... You're kind of playing Poco, but with damage rather than heals. And obviously you're attacking the enemies. You're not really staying fully behind your team, but you want to be in the middle, doing stuff that's not too aggressive, but it's maintaining everyone's positions, maybe moving them up the field. Just, think of it as a war. Think of it as a real life war. You want to keep everyone in their current spots. If you move out of line, that could mean they infiltrate your trenches or whatever, and seize the moment and take everyone down. That's what Ems does. She stops that from happening. So yeah, that's the main idea with Ems. I hope you liked my war analogy. I certainly did not, and I have regrets on it, but it's fine. Please don't say anything bad about this video. I don't know why you would, because it's a good video. It's a banging video. This is the kind of content you want to see on the Mikachu channel. Goodbye.